All right. All right, guys, welcome. We are live and welcome to episode 12 of the Superhero Hour. And with me is Lou Ron and that's right. That's right.
Damn
You
it.
want me to say it? Or you can say it yourself. Go ahead, say it.
Charles.
Yeah. All right, let's kick it. All right, guys. If you're watching, we do this actually every Saturday at 6 p.m., but I won't be in town this week again, so we're doing it again this time impromptu after Arrow. Do you want to get into news or do you want to talk to shows? Because we only have two shows, so we might as well start with news first.
Two shows. No, I thought we had like four shows. We had Supergirl, Flash,
yeah. Everything is
Arrow,
back,
and Agents of Shield.
Oh, Agents of Shield was on this week? Oh my god, I missed it. 3 shows. Sorry, I watched all. For some reason, I think it was off.
dude. I started last week. Everything came back this week.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
What
4 shows.
What didn't you watch?
Shield.
Excellent episode.
Of course, it's an excellent episode. You're on a roll right now.
It was very good.
Yeah. All right. Let's just do some news first, and we'll kick off to the shows. As you mentioned before we started, Into the Badlands season 3 has been picked up by AMC, so that's good.
For 16 episodes.
16, so that's including.
Well, how many episodes is going to be this season?
12, right?
I'm hoping it's 16 then, because if they're getting 16 next year, they probably have 16 this season. Obviously, season 1 was their trial run with 6, but that seems to be AMC's formula. Start you off with 6, and then slightly bump you up to 16. Normally, Walking Dead second season got 13, then it moved to 16. So maybe this one is 13.
Lou, your camera keeps shutting off every time you talk.
No,
Really?
his camera looks fine on my end. I'm able to see him talk.
Okay, all right, then maybe it's just me. Don't worry. Never mind.
Yeah.
Continue.
But you know that I'm excited because I like what they've done this season so far.
Oh,
I don't know. Are you caught up with the show, Whedon?
Yes, I am. I'm caught up, and I got that little thing about what's going on with Bajay. I mean,
Hey, don't spoil things, okay?
Look, bro. I've been trying to get you on board with this show since last season, and you still haven't started. So I understand you don't want spoilers, but this is an actually good martial arts show.
I'm not
Lou, I will say that there are some parts of the martial arts fight scenes that seem a little far-fetched, and it kind of makes me like tilt my head, going like, "Really? You're gonna go that route?" Because it's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, walking on tree branches.
Oh, that's fine. That is fine with me.
But that's fine. That's what makes it so good. This is why me and E love the martial arts that they do, because we've watched Iron Monkey and Fist of the North Star anime.
I can't take that other martial arts seriously. I can't do it because it's too cartoony.
But that's how martial arts really is.
I can't.
It's to put it in perspective. It's wire work. You could call it cartoony, but it takes more skill to actually do that. And the guys who usually do this, But again, it's also
not realistic, dude.
But it's not meant to be realistic. Crouching Tiger is based off Chinese folklore, right? And the law said a lot of things where people were fighting in the air and doing stuff like that. So yeah, as long as it's part of the storyline. Now, if you're doing Daredevil and Daredevil starts doing that, then not so much, because I know that's not part of his skill sets. If you're doing Crouching Tiger or any movie where they go, okay, look, the ancient Chinese monastery, somebody goes trains there, he envelops the spirit of the Crouching Tiger, then whatever, it's fine, because that's how I look at it.
That's what the issue was with Iron Fist, and not to rag on the Finn Jones not being able to train properly. I can't fault him because they probably want to get production off faster than what he anticipated. So hopefully when he gets his season 2, he gets more training and he can polish his skill, even though it's not real.
or at least
But-
when he shows up in season 2 of Luke Cage.
So well, that's some news. Luke Cage goes into production, I think, in June.
Yeah, in June also. So
They also they have a casting call for 2 characters, Hydro Man and someone else.
Yeah.
I can't remember because it was, I think, on Monday when it was
Hydro
announced.
Man.
Yeah.
Hydro Man. That's a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, but remember, Spider-Man, all of them live in New York City, man. They all live right here.
Yeah, but I understand.
Hydro Man was not a full-fledged Spider-Man villain. I mean, like, Hydro Man was a second or actually a third-tier Spider-Man villain. So it was whenever he's needed. Usually, he was always hired by Kingpin half the time.
So would Hydro Man be owned by Sony?
Okay, here's how a lot of the things work. If Marvel wants to, they could use a Wolverine on TV. They own all the characters when it comes to TV.
He's different, yeah.
TV is a different license, and they own all of it. They just don't use those characters because they don't want to cause problems. They're trying to keep everything at peace. But if they really wanted to shake shit up, they could. It'd be like, you know what? We're going to create our own X-Men universe, and we can do it because we'll put it on TV, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That is a possibility there.
Yeah, but that would confuse a lot of people. There'd be a lot of people that would expect to see X-Men in the movies.
Which is why they haven't done that. They understand what they need to do. But moving on, anyone see you all saw the Kingsman trailer, Golden Circle?
Yes,
I've actually watched it 6 times.
Damn. I only watched it twice, but I will say it made me want to go back and watch the actual movie since I never did see the first one.
Yeah.
I've been putting it off for so long. Watching that trailer is like, okay, I'm a little intrigued. I might have to go back and watch this movie because this looks interesting.
Yeah, I own the first Kingsman on my Google Play account, and I'm probably gonna watch that later tonight.
Yeah, very solid trailer. I enjoyed it through and through. I think it was spot on.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed.
I'm liking the universe building they're doing by bringing in the Statesman, the American version of the Kingsman. I thought that was very cool. And apparently in the trailer, it looks like Jeff Bridges is going to be sort of the Michael Caine character of the Statesman. He's going to be the leader of the Statesman.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I don't know who Halle Berry is.
Halle Berry is a scientist, just like, what's his name? The other
Mark Strong?
Mark Strong, yeah.
Mark Strong's character's name was Merlin.
Merlin.
And,
so she's American.
Yeah, but is she going to be playing? So she's going to be working for the Statesman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But like I was saying, I was a little disappointed that.
Moore is.
Go ahead,
dude. You'll find out when the freaking movie comes out.
I'd like to know beforehand.
Jesus Christ! What, you want to know the whole damn movie in a 2-minute trailer?
Luke,
Jesus Christ!
Who the characters are? That's what I want to know.
You'll know when the movie comes out. You don't learn that in a trailer.
Lou, what were you saying?
I'm disappointed that you didn't give us a reaction.
It showed up late, and Fox usually tags those, so I just kind of
Fox. Okay, yeah. Because I sent it to you, the trusty smartphone while I was laying in bed getting ready for my doctor's appointment in the morning.
I see. Some more news this week. Kingsman trailer. Guardians of the Galaxy has got some good reviews all across the board.
It's already made $6 million.
Yeah, looking at $100 million international opening. What else do we have here?
We have here the awesome news for the people who enjoyed Unbreakable and Split. Yes. You're getting the sequel called Glass coming in January of 2019.
Yep, and that is going to star James McAvoy, Mr. Glass himself, a.k.a. Samuel L. Jackson, and Bruce Willis, all together in one movie. So basically, he's going against 2 bad guys. That's going to be rough.
Well, I never saw Unbreakable. Like I said, I put it on one day, and I was like, okay, this shit's boring, and I just turned the crap off.
It is one of the best, to me, one of the best superhero movies out there. But it's slow. It's a slow build. It's not It's not.
Yeah, that's one of the things that turned it off about me as well. Is I just thought I never got around to watching it, but just when the movie first came out, I had no idea what it was about. I didn't know it was about a superhero. I didn't know anything. And at the time when the movie came out, I was not a fan of M. Night Shyamalan because I had seen The Sixth Sense, and I didn't know what to expect with The Sixth Sense, and that movie pissed me off. Basically, I did not like the movie because it was too intense for how old I was at the time, and by the end of the theater, I was like, you know what, I'm never going to watch this movie again.
Children.
I'll be honest, I didn't give a crap about the movie, so I didn't care for it.
Sixth Sense.
I usually the next M. Night Shyamalan movie I watched after The Sixth Sense was actually Signs. That was the next one that I had watched, and I actually enjoyed Signs for what it was. But
garbage.
I've never actually seen Unbreakable, but now now that I know that Split and Unbreakable are connected, and now they're doing a third movie that's going to be focusing on Samuel Jackson's character, I might have to watch them just so I can understand the universe they're trying to
build. You gotta watch. You gotta. Like I said, Unbreakable is a slow burn movie that I didn't remember. It's one of those things. At that time, superhero movies were not big, so when he was making the superhero movie in disguise of another movie, someone like me watching it, I was like, yes, he has powers. Come on, just do something. And then he does it. I'm like, yes, because back then it was waiting for the next Spider-Man movie, and that was it, pretty much. No, her name was Spider-Man.
Yeah, and we all know how that turned out.
No, it came out in 90. When did Unbreakable come out?
17 years ago. It was 17 years ago. They mentioned it today on Collider Movie Talk.
2000. So that was even before Spider-Man. That was right after The Matrix came out, and Matrix and Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie. So yeah, there was not much.
Didn't the first Spider-Man movie come out in 2002?
Yeah, 2002. So there was nothing at that point other than Blade. You're waiting for
Blade.
Yeah,
Blade and the crappy Batmans.
That was even before that. Blade came out 98, 99, I think 98. And that was it. So yeah, definitely check it out. I think it's worth watching, but just remember, again, it's a slow grind.
Well, it cost Unbreakable made a lot of money at too, but it was a $75 million budget. Where Split was a $9 million budget that's made over $260 million at the worldwide box office.
You remember at that time, Bruce Willis was demanding a higher paycheck too.
He still is.
Yeah. No, not as high now compared to other people.
I'm surprised they were even able to get him to come back and Split.
Oh yeah, no, Bruce Willis.
I guarantee you,
he loved Unbreakable. He wanted to do a sequel, and he was open. He's always been open for that for a while. So it's not like he didn't want to.
I bet you any money he got paid anywhere from $3 million to $6 million just for that cameo in the end of that movie.
No, that was all friendly courtesy.
Man, if he did that shit for free,
I guarantee.
Or he did it for free, but he's getting points somewhere along the line.
I can guarantee you to a large degree that was friendly courtesy, with only caveat of sequel has to be done if you're doing a sequel of either Split or Unbreakable, because he wasn't sure if he was going to do separate sequels. But if you're doing, he's going to show up in that, one of the two, because it happens. I mean, you find all these cameos tend to happen where, hey, I'm like, yo, Lou, come on, I just need your help for like a day quickly, man. Let's do this. Done.
Well, if you make it worth my while, I'll show up.
See the kind of friend Lou is. Now y'all know. Now you know the kind of friend Lou really is.
Hey, it's all about cross promotion here, bro.
Brand new news: World War Z sequel. David Fincher has officially signed on to direct. News.
Really? Oh, I didn't know about. When did that break?
Like now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
you know what? When World War Z came out, me and the wife actually really enjoyed the movie. So
yeah, I liked it too.
I want to see where they go with the sequel.
Well, the thing that I think, what am I trying to say here?
Yeah.
From what I remember, the movie was in no way whatsoever accurate to the book. The movie was basically so far from the book itself that it was basically its own thing. And I think that's part of the reason why people liked it so much, is because it was, well, different.
Well, no, a lot of people just haven't read the book, just to be precise.
Well, we didn't read the book, and two, that movie suffered from massive reshoots.
No, it is suffer. It actually gained from reshoots, though.
Well, it changed the whole script around through the reshoots.
I also remember reading that the director of the first movie and Brad Pitt did not get along at all.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where they would not even speak to each other face to face. They would speak to each other through a third party.
Jesus Christ. How could you make a movie like that? That's tough.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
But in other news, Jeff Goldblum is returning to Jurassic Park 2.
Yep.
With Jurassic World 2.
Jurassic World.
Oh, whatever the hell. He's returning to the Jurassic World universe.
Yeah.
The Jurassic Verse or something.
Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he's returning. I mean, you know, you had to get Jeff Goldblum in. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would have enjoyed, he made those movies fun.
Yeah. So I could see him coming back. Anyone watch the Alien Covenant prologue?
I did.
I actually want to go back and watch it.
Oh,
it was
1 second.
So basically, it was similar to if anybody saw the images that came out that were in FX magazine, I believe, and there was one image that showed the engineers looking up and something was dropping down. So it looks like, and from this prologue, I think the confirmation is clear. This is not a spoiler because it's not part of the movie. Is David made it to the planet and killed all the engineers by dropping a bunch of aliens on them. Wiped them all out.
Well, it was said, because I saw a clickbait headline that says it tells you what happened to David and Naomi Rapace's character in this prologue.
Her name was Shaw.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm going to go. Did anybody watch the YouTube event, or did you watch it somewhere else?
No, I just watched the prologue.
I watched the prologue. I didn't watch the Alien Day hour-long event. I did not watch.
It was an hour and a half, I think it was. So
today, was it today?
I believe coming soon. Yeah, it was today.
What is up with today and events? There was a Call of Duty event today. There's Alien events. I mean, sheesh. Anyway, you were saying though, because I didn't know there was an event.
I didn't know too much about it. Like I said, I had turned the computer on and saw some stuff rolling. And I didn't know what it was, so I really didn't care to click on it. But now that it's got that particular sequence in it, I want to go back and watch it. Just for that, because I'm intrigued by, is this movie taking place 10, 20 years after those events?
Probably more than that. Let's put it this way. When you see the clip, she goes into hypersleep. So I'm thinking at least 20 years minimum.
What the hell? They were in an advanced ship that could probably travel the speed of light so fast.
So I was listening to a YouTube video about who the engineers are and why the engineers are pissed off at humans. And the guy in the clip basically said engineers are perceived as gods, even though they breathe air and they are humanoid-like. They're a very advanced race. They know how to create life, and they created human life. But they've got pissed at the way humans were and how we've become very, very. So
I thought I read somewhere that. I read somewhere. I don't remember exactly where I read it. It might have been a wiki page, might have even been a YouTube video of some guy speculating. But apparently, I think the theory I came across was the reason why the engineers were so pissed off at humans is about 2,000 years ago, the humans did something that pissed off the engineers so much that they wanted to wipe us out. And that kind of made me think that maybe that Ridley Scott went down the biblical route and decided to make Christ an engineer that was killed by humans.
Yeah, that's the theory. It's exactly the same theory. I was about to get there. The engineers sent Jesus, or at least one of the engineers, down to help re-educate human beings, and they killed him.
But Fatal 421 says it's National Alien Day. That's why.
Okay, I see. Thank you. But yeah, they killed Jesus. I mean, I guess that's how I would have put it.
Really start going down the biblical route. Oh, that's going to be a hot topic.
Yeah. But that's it. But then again, anyway, that's the reason why they were like, we don't like you anymore. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But it looks like this one. I wish they would show, because in the prologue, they don't show exactly what happens to the engineers. They just show the ship coming in. So you won't necessarily see it happening. Maybe they might show bits of it in the movie or whenever Walter meets David, because Walter is a new version of David, which means David has been out of service for a while. So I'm looking at 20, 30 years, probably.
Your buddy Rod is here, and I really want to talk Star Wars with him because he brought up some interesting stuff that I have to counter on his latest podcast with Carlos. I really want to get into it, and I know he can't because he's probably working right now.
Yeah, you working, Rod?
I'm hoping he could join us next Saturday if he's not too busy. No travel plans, right?
No, I'm here. I'm here next Saturday.
Okay, good. So hopefully we could get him to join because, man, we could talk some good Star Wars debating.
All right, cool. Yeah,
but here's something interesting as well.
It's open, yeah.
Sony moved up their animated movie to avoid competition with Aquaman.
I mean, Aquaman is riding high right now, man. You know, the guy ready rolling, you're ready to roll. I mean, why would you put an animated Spider-Man with that? It makes no sense either. You might as well just move it.
Well, they're pushing it up. I'm watching that right now on the Twitter as of 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
And let's see what else is on here. Let's see what else broke while, you said Wonder Woman shot her reshoots while pregnant.
Yeah.
Hey, we saw Serena Williams win the Australian Open while pregnant.
Yeah, just let you know, man. Women are badass. Just put it that way. But yeah, she came back for reshoots, not Wonder Woman, the movie itself, but the reshoots. She was pregnant. She was joking about it, said, so what they had to do is they had to change her costume. So they cut out, how it's super tight. So they cut that out and they just put a green screen sheet. And she said she looked like Wonder Woman with Kermit the Frog sticking out. That's how she described it. But she said she did that and then the producer said, we did not make her do any stunts. We had stunt people, but she was, she still had to act and do other things on set, things like that. I mean, but it's funny because the way that you could almost read the producer's tone when he was like, no, we didn't make her do anything at all. It was almost like he was like defending himself just before anybody attacks them and say, you people are evil, making her work and, all that kind of stuff. So
here's something interesting that Jeff Snyder wrote. Sony's animated movie is swinging away from Aquaman's release date while He-Man returns to theaters in 2019.
Okay. He-Man is coming.
Wait a minute. They're doing a He-Man movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe.
Yep, that guy.
Yes. He-Man, Prince Adam.
Oh God.
And his dumb green tiger, but once he goes He-Man, the tiger becomes brave.
Yeah.
Look, I swear to Christ, if they do Skeletor in the way, I'm gonna be like, no.
Dude, I don't care what anybody says. I enjoyed that Dolph Lundgren He-Man movie.
God,
for what it was, if you watch it as a dumb popcorn flick, you're entertained. And it entertained the hell out of me when I was a kid.
I will say this. I watched that Masters of the Universe movie when I was a kid, so I didn't know any better. But after seeing parts of it recently, I'm like, why the hell did I watch this? I'm sorry. It is so stupid.
That's what it was meant to do,
okay,
bro.
I know. Let's move on. Warner Brothers or DC Entertainment is going to be launching its digital platform next year, and they will have a live-action Teen Titans. Jeff John hints that Beast Boy will be appearing in the series, as well as what other show? As well as Young Justice will be part of that. Now,
Titans.
the Titans and Young Justice. And I've got mixed feelings about this because I would have preferred if they had gone with one of the other platforms like now I know they will not go to Netflix. Warner Bros. Will not go to Netflix.
No, they're going to do it on their own network, which, hey,
here
we go. Another streaming service we're going to have to pay for.
Exactly. No, the reason I say that is because Young Justice is not going back to Netflix, right? I would have, look, you own HBO. You guys can at least throw, at even Young Justice and HBO. Kids parents have HBO and there's a lot of content for kids there. So you might as well do that if I were you. Just saying. Because it makes sense. And you throw Titans on HBO. Titans on HBO will actually automatically be the best show out there because HBO does not joke around with their production value. It doesn't have to be expensive, but they make sure that the acting is on point.
Oh, no. They'll get good actors. The production will probably be pretty good for the first season. And if it comes back in with numbers that they love, they'll increase the budget and make it even better. But then also we got to worry about is this writer's strike that's going to affect a lot of shows.
Yeah, so the writer's strike is going to affect.
There's another writer's strike?
Yeah, May 1st. They have not agreed, and May 1st is around the corner. But here's the thing. I know a lot of people say it's going to affect DC movies. So far, what we know with DC movies is pretty much this with the revamp. DC is on a phase 1 revamp. And if you look closely to everyone they've hired, who's writing those movies? Let's start off. Joss Whedon is writing this movie. He's the director, right? Nightwing is also been written by the director himself, the guy who did Lego Batman. Second, Batman's already going to start. Writer has already started rewriting stuff anyway. So,
Peyton Reed.
No,
that's not Peyton Reed.
Sorry.
What the hell's his name? The Planet of the Apes guy.
Yeah, but he's still doing it with Chris Terrio and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is still involved in writing that stuff. Not his ideas, but again, if you need somebody to write, he can do it. Then you look at Man of Steel, right? Rumored directors who? Matthew Vaughn. Who do they want to write it? Matthew Vaughn. I'm just saying. So they, at least in a way, some of their products will not be hampered. But also, some of their projects will still not be hampered because some of them are 2020 and not 2018 or 19.
Okay, but how does that affect it? Wouldn't that affect them being able to write their projects now? Because if some of these directors are writing these projects, like Batman starts filming next year, early part, wouldn't that hamper them? Writing now is what you would consider pre-production.
I mean, it could hamper them. It just depends if the director is part of the Writers Guild or not.
I would believe they're part of the Writers Guild because they want to get that writer's credit.
Not necessarily.
They want to get that money off of that writing part of it. Remember, when they attach their names to these movies, they're getting paid from all kinds of fronts.
I know, but I'm just saying, look, it's something that if they're not part of it, and this is coming around, this is something where the director's like, all right, fine. I know my name's not going to be on the credits, so I'm getting more points. Instead of me getting 2, let's do 3 or 4, right? That is way more money than you make for writing. Let's just call it what it is. Even if the movie is quote unquote a flop, like Suicide Squad or BVS, right? Look at Ben Affleck, made $124 million last year from doing exactly what? Only one movie that made money for him. Let's just call it what it is, because Live by Night did not, and that came out this year, technically. So
interesting. But we both saw Fast and Furious. We were supposed to get an end credit scene in that movie, but Vin Diesel shot it down.
Yes. But
I would have thoroughly enjoyed that because I wouldn't mind watching Hobbs and Shaw team up to go after Charlize Theron's character. That's how you keep her in the franchise. You don't have to boggle her down in part 9. You spin those two off going after her in a side quest. And part 9, you don't really need them. You could bring in the ding dong from Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
Hey, you rotate the characters, It's how you do it.
You said the ding dong from Tokyo Drift. Yeah.
I don't know his name. That kid, since freaking Friday Night Lights and Tokyo Drift, what has he done?
He'd be happy to come back. I agree.
You know, they did sign him.
But why make another streaming service? Sorry, just going back to that Warner Brothers stuff. Everybody's doing that, you know. And then Star Trek, what's the Star Trek TV show? It's
Discovery.
delayed again.
Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Really?
In some way it was delayed again, so I just gave up hope.
Oh, so now I understand why Robert Meyer Burnett made that.
At this point, I'm done waiting. I don't even care anymore. I mean, isn't the pilot isn't all that's gonna air on the CBS main channel was gonna be the pilot, and then everything else was gonna be on CBS All Access?
Yep. And that's why it's being delayed, because they can't figure out what to do.
I'm not. If it's going to be on CBS All Access, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. Very true.
It's a stupid move, because what if that show?
I don't have enough money to get it
with ratings, and then you isolate yourself. You got 30 million viewers that night for Star Trek, because there's a lot of Star Trek fans out there. And then what? You're banking that they're going to go switch over to CBS All Access and drop $10, $15 for that crappy network? Because really all they show on there is Big Bang Theory, what, reruns of 2.5 Men and all that other CBS crap?
Yep. I hear you.
Nah, not worth the value.
Yeah. I think that is pretty much it on
the last
news front. So
last bit of news for all the Power fans that love Power on Stars. It's returning June 25th. And also this weekend, the premiere of American Gods. What are we doing?
But I'm not here this weekend, remember?
Okay, we could do the show. Oh, fuck. I can't do shows in the morning no more.
I mean, maybe we'll see what. I'm getting back on Sunday. What time is American Gods?
Anywhere between 9 and 10.
So
one of those two windows.
Okay, so I might be able to do a 10, 11 o'clock show. We'll see, just to discuss what we have with American Gods. So tentatively, guys, there's a show at 10 or 11 p.m. on Sunday. I will set it up before then, at least.
We'll know for sure. We'll be in communications, and hopefully
what?
Hopefully Sasha didn't die for nothing. She had to die. Look, I want to explain something with The Walking Dead. If you are not a comic book character, you are going Sasha to die in this show. Yes.
See, I haven't watched. I've given up on The Walking Dead now too, pretty much.
Understand that. I am caught up to issue. Granted, we're on issue 166. I'm 5 issues behind that, but I have them. The story narrates itself perfectly well. If you are not a main character in the book, you will not last long hence on the TV show.
Okay. All right. Let us go to shows, because we got 15 minutes to discuss. Because remember, this is Superior Hour. Well, Superior 2 hours.
You didn't watch S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. was great. They're setting up their season finale. Hopefully they get picked up here in the next couple of weeks. Just go back and watch it, and watch what happens to Madam Hydra. You're going to love it.
Okay. All right. Definitely will. Supergirl. I mean, there's some parts of the episode I liked.
Yeah, there was parts. It's just... So I don't understand her sometimes. Sometimes she's acting like a child, and sometimes she's acting like an adult.
Yeah, I do agree.
All right. The stuff that was going on with Kara, I did not have a problem with that at all. The stuff that was going on with Wynn and Jimmy and Lyra, I think is her name. I thought that for the episode. What did you say?
I said it was not needed for the episode. No,
I didn't have a problem with it though.
I didn't
have a problem with it. I thought it was nice to see what's going on during the aftermath of what happened between Wynn and Lyra. I thought that was nice, because I kind of think they're a cute couple. But yeah, make that face all you want.
No.
But
I'm just
in this case, what you just said, I'm happy for Wynn. Wynn needs someone, you know. Yeah. And then I also enjoyed the fact that James sat there and said, "You're like my brother. You're the closest. You're like you're
So
the
it's
closest
like
you've
Clark.
had since Clark.
So basically,
So I
I
like
like that too, mostly because in season. I like that. I like that he said that mostly because in season 1, the two of them were competing for Kara's heart, and now in season 2, none of them got her heart and it went to Mon-El. So I'm like, hey, we might as well be brothers. We're all good now, right?
Yeah, but he's got her heart
Right?
in real life too.
who?
Mon-El.
Wait,
Oh,
seriously?
oh,
She's dating Mon-El in real life. She dumped her husband for him.
wow,
That's Hollywood,
What?
bro.
classy.
Oh my god, class act.
Anyway,
Uh, but
yeah,
anyway, there was something else I was going to say. Crap. It's not about what's going on with Win or Jimmy, but crap. The stuff that was going on with Lena Luthor. I know it was the main focus of the episode, but I'm like, did we really need it?
Now I have a
think the
question
only
for
thing
both of y'all.
I think the only thing I liked about that was that the fact that Lena's ex is Ravi from iZombie. It's the same guy who plays the coroner in
Yeah.
iZombie, who's like Liv Moore's best friend. I thought that was awesome. As soon as he walked on the stage, I just said straight to the TV, Ravi? Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know. I like that a
whatever.
lot. I thought it was cool.
I already knew he was coming from iZombie, but he knew he wasn't going to have a permanent role because he's on that show. But
Yeah.
did you catch
Yeah.
how Lena was all mopey dopey and Kara's like, I will always protect you and be your friend? That kind of reminded me of Clark and Lex's relationship in Smallville.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I predicted now. She got bumped up to series regular for season 3. Oh, General Zod's also coming at the season finale. Why are they bringing a General Zod? I mean, come on, bro. There should be some characters left to just Superman.
Zod isn't even a Supergirl villain. He's a Superman villain.
No, it doesn't matter though. I mean, yeah, we're all from the same planet, man. It's cool.
They are from the same planet. But still.
Anyway,
I always thought that that Zod couldn't be bothered with Supergirl.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I do agree.
And also in that season finale, we're also getting Cat Grant back.
Yay!
Well, of course she's coming back. She was in the premiere episode of season 2, so why not bring her in for the finale?
Yay!
But they're setting up Lena Luthor to become Kara's nemesis.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. All right, moving on to the Flash.
Oh God, another sob fest boringness.
No, I don't think so. I thought the
Oh, Future Cisco was annoying.
Future Cisco was. You know what? I liked present Flash. I like the fact that he looked at himself and was like, I mean, I thought you made a promise, right? I thought you agreed you won't be this, I mean, yes, he promised, but basically he was, he agreed he was not going to be mopey, and then he was. And he's like,
dude, Future Flash looked like an emo.
Yeah, of course, they went with emo because he can't grow his hair out too long and then still have the same look of cut. So I knew I didn't care, but
I did feel bad for Cisco though, losing his hands, man. Oh,
no, but that's why. See, like with Cisco, whenever that's why I understood. At first I was like, why is he like this? And when he showed robotic hands, I was like, oh, okay, no wonder you want the band back together. You want to feel relevant again. I feel you, bro.
But it wasn't a bad episode. And then the speculation is going around the internet is Robbie in the Savitar suit?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
After I watched that, I'm like, huh. And I saw that, I'm like, you know what? The way Caitlin says, "What do you need me to do?" without hesitation, got me wondering, is it Robbie?
Yeah, the only person that she followed like that, not Caitlin, but Killer Frost, was Robbie from the other universe, right?
Earth 2.
F2. So maybe it's him. I mean, to me, the only two choices, either Robbie or it's a future Flash of another sort, but just saying.
No, the thing that I don't understand is that if I suspected that as well, is that at that moment where she was standing in front of Savitar and they said those things, I was like, you know what? Is it Robbie? Is it Robbie Raymond? But then of course I shot it down because Robbie or that version of Robbie, as far as we know, is a metahuman that will always become some variant of Firestorm. He is not a speedster.
Yeah, but you realize
So
what's making Savitar the god of speed is the suit.
Dude, no. They already said that he became the first speedster thanks to the Philosopher's Stone. It wasn't the suit that gave him his powers.
Yeah, but that's what they said. But none of those people know who he is. Let's be frank. Everything we know about Savitar, nobody knows. Everybody thought he was tied to Philosopher's Stone.
And it can't be Robbie because remember, they said that he was the first ever speedster. Hell, I think they even said he was the first metahuman.
And what if, Charles, what if, remember when Firestorm flew up into the thing in season 1? What if that sent him to another dimension throughout time that gives him the option to become that?
Well, you didn't let me finish my point. What I'm saying is he became the first speedster, which means that he's been alive for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Yeah, but the thing, but
his access to the Speed Force would have slowed his.
I would agree, but I think all that was crap. I mean, personally, I think that was because the people who were worshiping Savitar and what Savitar's fame to be was that's what he basically mentioned. Even other speeds, because remember. Even the other speedsters, like not Jay Garrick, but the other one, Earth
Hunter
2,
Solomon.
No, Earth 2 Flash doesn't know who he is. Nobody knows who he is, so I don't think anybody's information is accurate. I think the only thing we can tell is that Killer Frost and Caitlin know him and trust him immediately. So it has to be somebody they know in the present timeline, or at least in the last time, in the timeline from the show began till now.
Yeah. That would make I don't know. Just there is a thought in my mind where it goes across the lines of where Julian was Savitar this whole time. It could be,
but it's not Julian because when we saw him in the future,
yeah,
he's with Caitlin. Well, he's with Killer Frost in the jail, so it's not Julian.
Yeah,
and
Julian,
honestly, I kind of hope they make him a series regular too.
Yeah, I kind of like Tom Felton as Julian.
So yeah,
I don't remember his last name.
He called Get My Child. Huh?
What?
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Please elaborate.
Her called Get My Child.
He called her my child.
Oh God. What if Savitar is Caitlin's father?
Did you ever see her father?
No.
Oh, okay. Then why does he hate?
You know what the good thing is? We'll find out who the hell he is next week.
Yeah. Which is why this episode was there, because that's going to be a very big reveal. And we go.
Yeah, that pissed me off when he knelt down and the suit started
you're not going to open. No. He's gonna
when he knelt down and the suit opened up. I was really hoping to see him right at the last minute, and then boom, roll credits, and I'm like, what the hell?
It was not going to happen. He was only going to show himself to Barry, is what we will see. Just like the trailers have shown that, yeah, Barry is like, I know who you are.
Yo, dude, Homeboy's getting out of that damn suit like a transformer.
I know, right?
Is the actor that you said that was cast as Savitar still the actor? Is that guy who played Colossus from like the first 3 X-Men movies?
No, I think it's just for the movie.
I don't know anymore, bro. Things change.
I think that was the person cast as Savitar to play the role, while because he's taller, you can motion cap that easier.
Well, actually, that's an actual suit. They just CGI the rest of it, but the guy I saw behind the scenes,
he was a
goofy looking suit.
Okay, yeah, then that's it.
Around him.
So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it on shows, right? Oh, Arrow. Sorry,
Arrow.
I just watched Arrow tonight.
You know, all I'm gonna say is I'm tired of Wiggle with his freaking complexes.
You know, Diggle. To be honest, when your wife runs a covert organization, please don't pretend like she's the most innocent person on the planet.
I'm inclined to side with Dig on this. I'm inclined.
Of course you are.
I'm inclined to side with because she is holding a man in a government black site with no due process. No formal charges
that's
filed.
why they are
That is
called,
illegal.
that is why they are called covert organizations. If he doesn't want his wife to be doing stuff like that, he should tell her not to work there. Simple. And you should never use August for any help. The thing is you can't have it both ways. You can't call August for help or use some of their tech and then yet tell them, just like how what's his name? Oliver. Oliver was trying to get help from Bradford. And Bradford's like, no. This is how things work with us. You can't have your cake and eat it.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yes.
And let's be real, dude. You married this woman. You knew what this woman was about. You guys have a kid. Now all of a sudden you want to have this complex of high and mighty. Yeah. It's just like, dude, 1 minute you're wick killing bad guys. Then the next minute you're mad at her because, dude, that's what the government does. They hold people prisoners in black sites. We don't know about it because we're not privy to that information. But that's just how the inner workings work. Get used to it.
Kid Flash may move to Young Justice.
Well, the Young Justice that's going to be on the new DC streaming service, is it animated or live action?
No, sorry,
not going there.
Titans. He might move to Titans then. They do need a Flash in Titans though. That's one of the key members, and he's always a Kid Flash. So, and he was Wally West. Unless you want to make another one, or you want to throw Impulse in there.
That's the problem. Is it going to be connected to the Berlanti universe? Because if it's not, then he's not moving. He might move to Legends for a season.
Well, you do know who's making the Titans, right? Berlanti.
No.
So
is he?
Yeah, it's Berlanti.
Oh, then there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, when the massive crossover happens, great. Make it a movie event.
Yeah, they should.
That spans 5 nights.
They should just make it a movie event. I definitely agree.
That's a 5-hour movie.
That's fine.
That's fine. It plays great. I mean, you've got Supergirl start the show, but let her start the damn event and go. I mean, they need to bridge it already.
Episode. They need to find a way to bring
just bridge her to this world.
Into this world. They should have done that with Crisis. No, Crisis. Flashpoint. That was the perfect way of doing it.
They probably didn't do it because they didn't know how it was going to be treated.
They should have done with Flashpoint, and when he's like, he arrives in this news of Supergirl, and he's like, no, she's not supposed to be here. It's like, what do you mean? She's always been here. It's like, she was from Earth something.
Earth 38.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just mention the Earth, and everybody's like, oh, okay. So that's how you do it. Done. I mean, everybody would have just taken it. Okay, fine, cool. Flashpoint has changed certain things. Superman now exists in this universe. Supergirl exists in the universe. The thing is that I like the fact that they are different worlds, but for all the shows on CW, they all should be in Earth 1. And then Flash is the only one who should be going to other worlds. That's it. It makes it simple because if Supergirl, Flash, Green Arrow, Legends, because even Legends don't even go to other worlds, they just go to other times. So if all of them are all on Earth 1, Flash is the only one that has that access to. He and Vibe, actually, technically, are the ones that have access to world hopping, and that's pretty much it.
I have a question. This is going back to Supergirl. Superman is showing up in the season finale as well.
Yeah.
Could it be he's going to have a bigger arc in season 3 because of Zod, and that's why they're bringing Zod in to help? Kara needs Superman's help.
I don't know.
To beat him?
Maybe not. They still haven't dealt with the president, what alien species is she specifically, as well as also we're going to see more of the.
See, the thing with Linda Carter is you could prolong that. You could just stretch that out. We know Terry Hatcher is probably going to be done by the season finale. They'll kill her off. Monel will probably be the one to take the dagger. Monel will be the one to stick the dagger in her heart.
General Zod.
Like, okay, she
Zod doesn't care for Daxamites either. I mean, come on.
Zod don't care for no one.
He might be the one. General Zod might be the one to kill her.
Yeah, Zod like Daxamite scum. So yeah, that could be it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Thank you very much for chiming in. Next Saturday we'll be back at 6 p.m. Not this Saturday, but the next week after that, we'll be back 6 p.m. Here on OnBoored. So
Yes,
join
that
us.
should be the week of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
So expect. Should we do our spoiler review then? Might as well, right?
Incorporated into the
show, yeah. So spoiler review next Saturday for Guardians of the Galaxy with the show, and
hopefully Rob would have been able to see it too, so he could chime in.
Yes, and Rod will be joining us. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for contributing, and as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit the notification icon. And this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.